Hi there, I'm Janet from Select Property. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions from my clients who are looking to buy property in the UK. People are wondering how the autumn 2024 budget might impact them. Will they end up paying more stamp duty? And are there any ways to reduce their stamp duty cost? Well, don't worry, today I'm going to break it all down for you here. I will explain exactly what stamp duty is, how does it work, and of course how you can potentially reduce or even avoid it. Stay tuned. So first of all, what is stamp duty land tax, or SDLT in short, and how does it work? Stamp duty is a tax that you pay when you buy properties or land in the UK. The amount you pay depends on the price of the property that you are purchasing, and it works on a sliding scale. So basically, different rates apply to the different portion of the property price. And for residential property, you will only pay stamp duty if the property price is above £250,000. However, from 1st of April 2025 onwards, that threshold will reduce down to £125,000. So please keep that in mind. And if you are buying additional property, say for a buy-to-let for investment, you will pay an extra 5% surcharge on top of the standard SDLT rates. The surcharge applies on the entire purchase price, no matter which price band it falls into. Now let me take you into the different stamp duty rates. Right now, if you are purchasing a single residential property, the first £250,000 is tax-free. And from £250,001 to £925,000, you pay 5% on that portion. And from £925,001 to £1.5 million, you pay 10% on this portion. And for anything above £1.5 million, is taxed at 12%. And these rates will change from 1st of April onwards. And since then, after that, only the first £125,000 is tax-free, and from £125,001 to £250,000 is 2%, and from £250,001 to £925,000, this is at 5%, and from £925,001 to £1.5 million, this is at 10%. And similarly, anything above £1.5 million will still be taxed at 12%. It's important to note that this rate only applies to the property that you are purchasing if that is your only home. If you are buying an additional property, you will still face the 5% surcharge on the entire purchase price. This surcharge has gone up from 3% to 5% in October 2024 last year, following the autumn budget announcement. And here comes the most frequently asked question. Can you avoid paying stamp duty on investment properties? So when it comes to residential property purchases, there are a few exemptions. For example, first-time buyer don't have to pay stamp duty for purchases up to £425,000. Those will reduce down to £300 from April onwards. And again, if you are buying additional property for investment, you will almost certainly have to pay stamp duty. Even at the lowest price plan, which is usually at 0%, you will still pay the extra 5% surcharge if you already own a home. And it's always important to remember that trying to avoid stamp duty through tax evasion or any stamp duty mitigation scheme is illegal. These schemes, which attempt to exploit the loophole of SDLT system, are extremely risky. If you get caught, you will face hefty penalties and fines, and also interest on top of the stamp duty that you owe. So now let's take a look at a few strategies that can help minimize the impact of stamp duty as an investor. And since stamp duty is calculated as a percentage of property price, so the more you pay, the more stamp duty you owe. So in order to reduce your stamp duty cost, you could consider getting a cheaper property. However, it's not always, however, buying just to save on tax is not always the smartest move. And it's essential to think of the future potential like the rental growth, the rental demand, the rental income, and also your future property value growth. Cheaper property tends to have lower demand and poor market growth, and often they have higher maintenance costs that could hurt your investment in long term. And in contrast, higher end property located in prime locations such as central Birmingham or Manchester tends to offer a higher return, covering your extra stamp duty cost. And point number 2, buying off plan. So when it comes to new build property, especially the purpose-built buy-to-let investment, they often offer a higher return compared to older properties. This is because they require less immediate maintenance, and they can often attract higher rental prices, especially in those well sought after locations. Whilst the new build comes with a higher price tag, but buying off plan, especially when the property is still under construction, can save you money. This is because developer tends to try to sell off-plan property at a lower price, and as stamp duty is based on the actual price that you paid, so this is actually a great way to reduce your stamp duty liability. And at Select Property, we offer exclusive off-plan development such as Edition Birmingham, which is a luxury development offering top-tier amenities. And for those who are looking to build your building portfolio, property portfolio quickly, buying 6 or more property at once is another option worth considering. When you buy 6 or more property in one go, this purchase is categorized as non-residential. So which means you don't pay for the higher residential stamp duty rates. Instead, the lower non-residential rate applied. So this approach can lead to a significant saving compared to buying each property separately. And right now, the highest rate for non-residential is currently at 5%, while the residential rate can go up to as high as 17%. And for international buyer, this is a great strategy, as it also helps to avoid the 2% international buyer surcharge. And finally, taking a long-term approach to property investment can also help to mitigate the stamp duty impact over time. The quick buy and flip strategy aren't as profitable as they once were due to the rising material and labor costs, and with the recent stamp duty increases, this strategy is becoming less viable. And on the other hand, buying a buy-to-let property, collecting rental income, and letting the property appreciate in value over time is often a much more rewarding approach. And at Select Property, we have been helping investors find their high-yielding apartment in key UK cities since 2004. And by focusing on long-term opportunities, you can offset that initial stamp duty with solid returns down the line. These strategies give you a better way to minimize stamp duty costs while also ensuring you are investing wisely. If you would like to learn more about how to find the best investment opportunities, please contact us at Select Property. We can help you find the perfect properties in cities like Manchester and Birmingham that aligns with your financial goals. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to stay for our next video where we will dive into more tips and advices to help you with your property investment. See you next time.